Hey everybody. So, um, let me start out by saying that for the past week, um, I was sick. I'm not going to go into full details about that sickness, but it was I think it's called the norovirus, which hit. No, no, you you do not want it. Um, Pretty sure I died a few times, but I am here. Even though, I mean, some people might not be happy about that. Some people might be happy that I'm alive. Um, Anyways, so yeah, I am here. Um, and I have been watching the council meetings and everything. And, well, we had a council meeting and a work session while either I've been sick or it was right before Thanksgiving and I was kind of doing last minute things. Um, Trying to hold my head a certain way so that you can at least see my eyes and not this. So if you see me like making weird moves or whatever, it's just because I need to have my glasses on so that I can see. Um, but we had a council meeting on November 24th, and it was a doozy. There was a bunch of stuff in that meeting. So I'm not going to go over the council meeting on the 2nd just yet. I'm going to do this video and then, and I'm going to try to do it quickly. That, whew, whew, there was a lot of stuff. But I talked about a lot of it in the video that I made prior, because that was the work session over the council meeting that I'm getting ready to go over now. So, the city manager report, John was saying that 6151 Brent Pike, the ground opening for the new governance center, the Richard F. Schomper Governance Center, December 9th. I did not write down a time, but they said that was on the city website. The Citizens Academy is still available for you to apply. And again, that's on the website. They talked about leaf pickup, but again, this was 11/24. So I'm pretty sure that's over or really close to being over. Um, Holiday for Hope blood drive. That is going to be at Station 22, which is at 7008 Brant Pike. And that is going to be Monday, December 29th. And since they're only like one in a few that give blood pre-hospital, they have to do a blood drive and everything every year to help like restock the bank and everything. So if you can, I would definitely encourage you to give blood. And Don Webb said that he signed up and he did last year too, but he signed up and he said online it's very easy to sign up to go and pick a slot and go donate blood. So sorry, I have the sniffles because yeah. So they started it off with the basic development plan for the indoor music venue. Again, I talked about that. The last video that I made, which was a minute ago, but just a quick refresher. Um, you know, where's the feasibility study? They said that they were going to be doing that and that they were getting that all on board. And then next thing we know, here we did fully approve Everybody approved it for the basic development plan for it. And with that, we also approved to authorize the city manager to solicit bids and award the contract for site work for the indoor music venue. Again, why are we going to go through and do the site work if the site could possibly, the layout could change? But it is what it is. You can ask them questions. I know that I don't really have answers. Municipal tree program. That was for Public Works and Parks and Rec to kind of work together to basically it's just for Tree USA, Tree City USA. We approved that. I talked about that and said that I really like that. They renew the contract for Coolidge Wall. That is our lawyers. Again, this is something that I talked about last meeting. A lot of this is because the last meeting over all of this stuff was the work session, and this is basically to where everything that I talk about now was just them pretty much waiving the second readings if it needed a second reading, and then approving it. So all the questions that I had last week and everything, or not last week, but the last video, they're still the same questions. Bucky's liquor permit, that was approved. Let's see, House Bill 315, which is a public records law. I think that one has to do with charging for police body camera footage and such like that, like to compile it and everything, that they're allowed to charge a fee. I might be getting that confused with something else. Again, I've been sick. So, and I watched this meeting. I looked up the stuff previous. But then, I got sick and everything, and yeah, some of the stuff's just escaping my mind. But anyways, this is just what I try to do is a brief overview and try to go over some of the questions that I have that you guys might have too. So, I am going to miss stuff here and there. I might say something wrong. That's not my intention. So there's my disclaimer. Like I said before, there was a lot of waiving of the second reading. They talked about it at the work session too, that they're like, anybody have a problem with waiving the second reading? Okay, we'll try to do that at the city council meeting. And this was the city council meeting I'm going over, and yep. The water rates that I warned you guys about, the increase for the 26, 27, 28, 29 years, how they all mapped out. That was approved along with, adjustment to the rates thereafter. And then pretty much the same thing going along with the sewer rates. It's, the sewer rates are going to be increasing as well. So I did not hear anybody from the public say anything about it. Nobody came and spoke on these agenda items, and this meeting on 11/24, that was the meeting to speak, and I tried to warn. But so if you get mad when the water bill comes, I tried to tell you. Section 20, Phase 1, which was really Carriage Trail Special Assessments, is that they approved for them to go on per property. We had the CRA, community reinvestment area for PVS plastics. Remember when I said that they were expanding, and then the land that they're expanding on, they're asking for a tax abatement. Uh, that's what this is about. They approved that, and they just approved for the city manager to enter into agreements and make purchases for 2026 with waiving the bidding requirement, just on like certain, I guess, basic things. The governance center, they approved for the design and for the design and install of cabling and such like that through ComConnect. Boundtree Medical, that's that vending machine. I don't even know what I just said. That's that vending style, like supply machine that me and Sheena had talked about previously. They approved that. There was a grant from Firehouse Subs, and they had to do a increase, a do not exceed, so that they would be able to purchase what this grant is for, and then Firehouse Subs is going to be reimbursing that money back to the city. Typically, Firehouse Subs used to just buy what they needed and then they would donate it, but now they're just donating the money for the city to buy. There was approval for like grass, weeds, and property maintenance assessments from, what the city, does all year, and then whoever doesn't pay it, then, that gets put on that person's property going forward, like as taxes. The Bobcat excavator, that was approved, and we talked about that too, like just, give it to them. So, like I said, I went over that very quickly. But that's a quick rundown of it all. There wasn't really a whole lot of discussion because all of the discussion happened at the work session prior, that week before this meeting happened. So there were some citizens' comments. 2 people were registered to speak at the end. By the way, you can speak on agenda items. You can register to speak on agenda items. And so let's just say that you did want to go and you had something to say about the water rates increasing. You would be able to go as soon, well, never mind, because now it's going to be at the new governance center. But as it was before, as soon as you walked in, it was over to your right to where you could grab a piece of paper, write down your name. You can put your address. It asks for it. I never put my address. And then you just mark if you're going to speak on agenda items or if you're just there to speak on citizens' comments. Sometimes I check mark both. Sometimes I just check mark one. And then you have to list what agenda item that you're speaking on. And the agenda goes like, A through Z. And maybe the water one was agenda item M. So you would write, M, and then, Then you turn that into the clerk of council, which is typically sitting right in the middle of all the council members. So, and you have to do that before the start of the meeting. So, but now going forward from now, I'm pretty sure that the next council meeting should be at the new governance center. I'll have to double check that. But anyways, like I said, Jeff Morford and John Osterfield, I think I'm saying that right. Them were the 2 people that came to speak. Jeff Morford typically tries to make it to every single city council meeting, the 2 a month. Sorry, I need a drink. Okay. So, Mr. Morford is always cut off. Everybody gets 5 minutes, as long as they do not break the rules. You can find the rules on the city website, or let's see. I know I have a piece of paper right here. So, as you can see, do you see anything in there about repetitive speech or anything? Go ahead and pause that so I don't have to hold it up here forever. Wait to speak until recognized by a presiding officer. That's going to be the mayor, or if the mayor is out, it's then the vice mayor. Approach a microphone, state your name, address remarks to the presiding officer, respond to questions from the presiding officer or council members. Limit comments to subject under discussion if speaking on agenda item. That's only if you're speaking on agenda items. Citizens' comments at the end, you can talk about whatever. And you have to limit your comments to 5 minutes and avoid complaints and or remarks directed against individual employees or council members. These types of complaints and remarks will be ruled out of order by the presiding officer and should be handled instead through the proper procedures from filing complaints. So I have a problem with that last one, but I'm not going to get into it. I mean, our free speech and 14th Amendment all come into play there. But anyways, so Mr. Morford, he typically gets 1 minute. Sometimes he gets under a minute. Sometimes he gets a minute and a half. It varies. But yeah. Mayor Gore was not there at this meeting, or this council meeting or the work session prior, but Mark Campbell, vice mayor, just went to remind Mr. Morford that he had talked to Mayor Gore, and he was instructed that if Mr. Morford comes in and has the repetitive speech of speaking about the same thing, they're mainly talking annexation, because Mr. Morford is from Bethel Township, that he would have 1 minute to speak, because they cut his time down for repetitive speech. So Jeff Morford talked about oppression, and after 1 minute, he was cut off. He asked Mark, like, what did I say that was repetitive? Mark didn't really do a back and forth with him. He was just like, hey, it is what it is. Like, get out of here. He didn't say that, but. And then Jeff Morford, said something else to him. Mark was like, hey, this is what I'm allowed to do, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what Mayor Gore wanted me to do. And so then Jeff Morford said the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and Mark said that he took that as a compliment, and that was pretty much all of that. So then Mr. Osterfield, I guess, lives right by the new public works facility, and he had a plethora of concerns. One of them was that in the back of his house, I guess, is where the public works facility is, and he said it just looks like a prison, from back there. That he had put an awning on his porch and everything to be able to sit outside and look at the woods, and now he gets to look at like this prison. Um, Not happy about it, which I understand. I didn't really think that was the best place for a public works facility either, but I remember going to that planning commission meeting and city council meeting, and I didn't see anybody really there complaining about that basic development plan or detailed development plan or them getting started on it. And that's your time. That is your time to speak up. So, but hey, he came now and, he stated his concerns. So that was one of them. There's not really much that they can do other than just to wait to the spring, see how the foliage like looks, see what's damaged, what they need to replace, and hopefully that they can make it look a little bit better. Um, he talked about like the fueling stations that are going to be there and how he's concerned with that. Aaron Sorrell reassured him that these tanks are double lined fiberglass tanks, that they follow all of the checks and balances and requirements that like a typical gas station, would have on them. And that Aaron just was, really confident that you know, they did everything right and are 100% making sure that the residents over there won't be, impacted like negatively, due to the gasoline, stuff like that. Aaron is going to stay in contact with this resident. He's supposed to be giving him his phone number and, any other concerns and such like that. Aaron should be able to contact him. There was, he was concerned about the noise for the salt barn that's going to be there. The Brant Pike Salt Barn is still open. So Mark had even mentioned like, hey, if it's 3 a.m., they need to get salt. Is there a way that we can work this out to where like they're getting the salt from the salt barn on Brant instead of all the trucks coming and going out of that public works facility. But if you remember right, the Brant Pike Salt Barn is in a residential area as well. It's just that they're just a little bit more used to it because they've been around it for as long as they've lived there. It's nothing new. He came with receipts, this man did, on what time construction was like starting and stopping at this location. He was talking about like 1:30 in the morning, 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning, 7:30 at night, like just all over the place. And again, we do have construction hours to where construction is only supposed to be allowed this on weekends. We have a big problem with that all over the city. The construction workers, as Dawn said, they get a little overzealous. And all over Carriage Trails, I remember when they were building like over by me, to what it didn't matter. It didn't matter what time it was. And nothing stopped them. No calling the city or police or, anything like that. I never called the police, but I did say something to the city. And nothing really got done. This man said the same thing. He said that he called the police. He contacted the city. And nothing was really done about it. So that's when they were like, okay, Aaron, make sure that he's got a point of contact for him to contact us, because this is our project and we have to follow the same guidelines that we give to all other construction in the area. So, yeah. And one of the last things they said was that this didn't need that area for the public works facility did not need to be rezoned because that resident was saying like, yeah, it was residential. And they're saying no, that it didn't need to be rezoned. It just had to get a special use for that zoning. And again, that this is my bad. I haven't done my research for this one, so I don't know if that's true or not. It might be, it might not be. So I'm not going to give any opinion on that. Other than that, that was pretty much it. So I am sorry that, oh my gosh, the light. Anyways, it is what it is. I'm sorry for not getting a video out to you guys sooner, and then the video I am providing you is I haven't done my research. And it is what it is right now. I'm just trying to give you guys an overview. I'm still not 100%. This is the first time that I've actually like really done my makeup and my hair and wore regular clothes. And yes, a hoodie to me in the winter is regular clothes. So I promise after this that I will do better as long as I am feeling better. So I'm getting better and better every day. Today pretty much marks a week since the first symptoms first started to me being sick. I will stress this emphatically. Wash your hands. I don't care if you just are running to the store for 2 seconds and then you get back home. Wash your hands. Clean your steering wheels. Do all of that kind of stuff because I have read that I'm contagious for up to 2 weeks after my symptoms subside. That's crazy. So, yeah, and this norovirus is like really ramping up. It's double the levels that they're normally seeing. And trust me, you don't want it. You don't want your worst enemy to have it. Like, so, yeah. So, but anyways, I hope that you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I hope that all of you are well and are looking forward to Christmas if you celebrate. We celebrate here, so as you can see, like I'm in my basement right now, which is the man cave. So you see some Bengal stuff. You see like a baseball stadium looking picture. This is my house, and I don't even. So I only come down here to do the videos so I can have like the peace and quiet when I'm not at Sheena's. I'm doing videos with her, which I can't really do with her. I could stitch her in, but she's had her own stuff going on while I've had my stuff going on, and I was like, you know what? I'll do the video. So, anyways, I will be making another video here probably tonight, or I might do one tomorrow. This is not going to get posted tonight, which tonight is Thursday night. So Sheena typically does my postings, and so it will probably be out sometime tomorrow. So you will be seeing this on Friday. So, and then the other one should be right after. Please, please, please. I know that I have it on my intro and my outro. But please like my videos, comment on them if you will. Tell me good, something bad. Tell me what your traditions are for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. Tell me if you like my videos or you hate them. Um, just as long as I'm getting some type of feedback. And then also, if you would subscribe, so that way, because I don't really like posting like, "Hey, I have another video out" on Facebook each time that I do another video. I know that I have to do that for right now, just to get the attention and the awareness to the channel. But I'm hoping that eventually it will catch on, so then I don't have to, bombard anything and everything Huber Heights Facebook page or Brick City Town Hall Facebook page, with my like weekly postings of videos. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to end this now. Again, you guys take care. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.